Now, back to the crisis in Burundi. All efforts by the African Union and the United Nations to mediate in the crisis in Burundi has failed. In December 2015, I remember that the AU authorized the deployment of 5,000 soldiers to Burundi, which the government rejected. And since then, the AU has not pursued this proposal. Why do you think it's been so difficult to mediate in this crisis?
Well, it's difficult because it seems everyone around Burundi and Rwanda, in short, the Great Lakes and the Central African region, all the leaders are having the same, they are in the same fate of long rule and they're unwilling to cede power. And so how many mediation will you carry out? I mean, it's overwhelming for AU. And so if within them, they understand what it means to either, if you like it, man eat man, and see who is going to be, as I said, the widest beast among them to really rule that region, so be it. I mean, we have done that in West Africa. We are able to succeed with ECOWAS. And we have seen in Nigeria as the best leader to lead out when there are troubles. So it's expected that within that Central African region and the Great Lakes, they find someone really who should be in position to lead right and get them out of the trouble. I mean, Kagame is trying, but he's been known to be affiliated to one or two of the great powers, and so it's a bit disturbing.
Now, President Pierre Nkurunziza once accused President Kagame of being behind the crisis in his country. Is there any truth to that?
Well, there could be, because Rwanda is close to Burundi, and they are all eating into Congo Democratic Republic that has been having problems since Mobutu died. So it's like both of them are looking for a way to control that particular region. But Kagame, we know, has had already upper hand. And everybody seems to respect Paul Kagame. And why is it so? Paul Kagame was able to rule majority Hutu Rwanda and is succeeding. He's not having problem after the genocide. Hibarimana died and he took over power. And Hibarimana is somebody that the Burundians have sympathy for. So it's like they would not forget it at all. And Kagame knows that. That is like, if you leave them, they will also want what happened to Hibarimana to happen to him. And so he's working hard to see that there is some iota of peace, if you like, in the region to help, sustain a bigger peace in the Central African region.
Now, if the excesses of President Pierre Nkurunziza of Burundi is not checked, is the kind of 1994 genocide witnessed in Rwanda a likely possibility in Burundi?
Well, genocide for now cannot happen in Burundi. Reason because Burundi has Hutu majority. And the Tutsi there wouldn't be so disturbed about Hutus killing themselves. In effect, it could possibly be Hutu killing Hutu in Burundi. It's not going to be like in Rwanda, where Hutu people were killing the Tutsi. So one would not see it as a genocide issue because it's going to be Hutu against Hutu. So we don't contemplate such a thing happening, and I think it's a past tense as far as we are concerned. But what we are going to see now is totalitarian government. Nkurunziza using the military forces around him and the power around him to kill those he don't want, according to them, who have decided to cross the red line. He told them if they don't support his referendum, they would have crossed the red line and he would deal with them. But unfortunately for him, he's going to be like Mugabe. He is the one going to cross the red line this time around. And it's not going to be easy for him.
Now, Burundi has pulled out of the International Criminal Court. Despite all the reports of atrocities that we hear have been committed in the country, we have reports of mass killings, rapes, forced disappearances, and so on. Can President Nkurunziza ever be held accountable for all these alleged crimes, despite pulling out of the ICC?
Definitely. Pulling out or not pulling out, there are NGOs, there are people who will complain. And mind you, there is this Arusha Convention that is there. The same Arusha Convention that judged those who committed genocide in Rwanda is not beyond coming back and continuing the peace process, or call it tribunal, United Nations Tribunal. And so he will definitely account for whatever he is doing now. And at the time it comes, he will know that it's not only Hutu killing Tutsi that matters this time around, that even Hutu killing Hutu will come to judgment. It's going to happen. After all, within them, there are also some division. Within the Hutus, there are division. There are people who are enlightened now to understand that they have to play the way Kagame is playing it in Rwanda, not the Nkurunziza type of Hutu, you know, who feels that they are, because they are in majority, they should dominate, whether in Burundi or in Rwanda. And so it's a two-way issue. Decide that we want to follow the path of peace and behave like Kagame and develop Burundi, or have the ego of being in majority and doing nothing and wasting people.
Professor Victor Arile, thank you so much for coming on Diplomatic Channel.
You're welcome, Dr. Thank you for inviting me.